Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School, your home for the highest level of football analysis available anywhere. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, we're doing a little bit different format. We're going to watch the entire TV coverage of the overtime with the Rams versus the Saints. See all sorts of little nuanced game plan things that they kind of adapted to, changed over the course of the game, coverage-wise, scheme-wise, what they're trying to do on both sides. Then really examine the interception from Breeze and the Saints, and then talk about how Goff really made a few plays coming out on little nakeds, bootlegs, that really put his team in a position to win the game. All sorts of good stuff. Lots of good stuff to learn from. I'm excited to do it. Let's get into it. Welcome to the QB School. All right, here we go. So, again, a little bit different format. We're going to watch all the entire overtime, top to bottom. Talk a little bit about all the nuanced things that I thought happened that really happened really fast. Didn't get a chance to break them down on TV. But we'll really get a chance to go back, watch them. It'll be only from the TV coverage because the All-22 hasn't come out yet. But it's still, I didn't want to wait just because this is such a timely piece right here with both these games going into overtime. Thought it was really cool, great football. All sorts of opportunities to learn from the quarterback standpoint, from the fan standpoint. Little nuanced things about what your mindset is in these type of situations as far as moving the ball, taking shots. Scheme-wise, over the course of the game now, you're going to be able to see patterns develop about how they want to take away guys, what they're doing to the back, coming out the backfield, little nuanced things that I think really showed up. And maybe the Saints could have done a little bit better job design-wise to free up Kamara coming out the backfield. We'll see elements of what they're doing at the line of scrimmage to kind of knock him off his route. Really reminds me of the old bullseye Belichick game plan against Marshall Faulk back in the first Patriots Super Bowl of the Brady era. But then, they're just right here, right out the gate. Love the play call, little short motion. Thomas coming across, trying to get him on this flat. But again, batted balls. Now, we haven't talked about it a lot on this channel, but this is a significant pet peeve of mine, and I like seeing it come up right here. Play design-wise, got no problem. You're trying to get him the ball. He's going to be coming across short motion. Make sure he gets a good release, and then come across and just run a shallow. Now, interesting thing game plan-wise here is what they're doing to Kamara. They're essentially losing a rusher. The edge guy is going to stand up. He's going to engage, bump, knock him off whatever route he's coming off of. And then they're going to look, basically, it ends up being like a delayed man coverage. So he's going to have him in man, but it's basically a quick little double team, knock him off his route, creates all sorts of uncertainty, can't get into a flow, disrupts timing. But then essentially the nuanced thing about this is this right tackle is going to have nobody to block for a second. So you're going to come back, and I think it's right here. We're going to get the batted ball. But when this right tackle has nobody to block, you can't put your hands up in his shoulder pads. You got to put your hands in his ribs. And I'll show it from a different angle. Get that immediate, fastest way to get a guy to get his hands down. Put your hands in his ribs. Don't let him get up. Get his hands up. Get a comfortable timing-wise. They know if they can't get home, they're going to get their hands up. But again, nice play design. Get the ball out. But again, you see the coverage with what they're doing to Kamara coming out the backfield. He's a wide receiver. They get him off his route. He's all disrupted, but it leaves a void right there. They do a nice job coming back, trying to take advantage of it. Now, again, the batted ball thing is essentially a huge defensive win. They're not going to get home. They're going to get their hands up right here. So this is what I'm talking about. Make sure really explicit. So here's the guy who took the edge off, Kamara, coming out the defensive end. He's going to take the edge off and then rush. Well, this right tackle drops back, sees his guy is not coming, and then turns right here. Now, you need to get your hands into his gut, not let him be able to raise his hands up, big bear paw, knock this thing down, because he's looking the same thing as everyone else is. He's watching Breeze. He's trying to time it. You can see this defender right here. He's looking right there. There's the little games within the games. You got to be able to not let guys bat balls like this. It's a tough L right out the gate, first down. You got to hit him with violence in his ribs so that his hands come down. Can't let him get comfortable doing that type of stuff when he knows he's not going to get home in these quick little shallows or quick game passes. So again, watch Kamara again. We'll talk about the plan, about what they were trying to do defensively. Now this is where I get into play design. For me personally, I would love to see them start moving Kamara around. You know that he's getting knocked coming out the backfield. Now they look like they almost try to right here, or at least split him out wide. But again, this is the pass interference down the field. He ends up audibling to essentially all go here. So 3-by-1 all go, little cross. I think he runs out right here. I think this is middle field close. There's a safety in the middle of the field. And then right here, Kamara's going to run just a little outside, and then they're going to hit him with a little shallow coming across. Drees ends up getting the ball right here, which is fine with this matchup right here. I think he actually starts running his back. So Great throw if you can get it up and down before the middle field player is able to collide there. But again, watch this, the nuanced things of the game within the game here, of what they're doing right here, trying to knock him off. I want to say that these guys get confused actually on this play, and they end up basically doing 2 for 1 and leaving him on the wide open little bullets route on the outside, little outside switch release seam. So again, little things within the games as far as this play design concept. So again, there it is. Take the edge off. He's dropped. All sorts of nastiness, down the field. Nice job being able to see it, throw it. Again, little things right there as far as game plan, what you're trying to do. You got to, once you realize that your back's getting jacked up every time he tries to get off the line of scrimmage, you got to find creative ways to move him around, get him going. Oh, there's a leather glove. You used to call that back judge the old baseball glove. He's a tan dude. He's been tan for a long time. Sidetrack there. Back to the thing. Taking a shot down the field. Penalty, not going to watch the whole thing. Back to the next snap. Here's a run. Watch Sue just absolutely destroy the tight end. One more time. So 1st and 10, they come back. Again, what we're watching is down here. Sue defense, they put Sue and Donald at the same side. He's just going to absolutely destroy this tight end, catch him with his feet off the ground, get chucked to the side, ends up wrapping him up. Thinks the whistle should blow, and then Donald has a great motor play to close this thing out when Ingram rolls out of this when they should have blown the whistle dead. Great effort by Donald. Great job by Sue, just absolutely doing what he's done for almost a decade, it feels like, right there. Great job, Donald. Keep going, motor stuff. I love it. Scheme-wise, you're going to run the ball 1st and 10 like that. You got to be able to put your tight end in a better situation than trying to one-on-one base block, seal him off. And Ndamukong Suh is an absolute monster on the side when he wants to be. So, nice job. They win. Now it's 2nd and long. You got to be thinking, get half back. Here's the interception. Get half back here. Get a nice little completion. Don't force anything. Amazing hair. Amazing hair. Back to don't force anything here. Again, now watch. This comes back into the play about what they're doing to Kamara coming out the backfield. You got to find ways to move him around, at least bounce him from side to side. Don't let – you see the defense here. See if I can go back. You see the defense here. They're trying to figure out what he's going to do. Both these guys eyeballing what side is Kamara coming on, because they're going to take the edge off, and you're essentially going to lose a rusher with what they've been doing scheme-wise. So, again, come back. Sue's trying to figure it out. Yeah, you take him off. Doesn't get a rush. Here comes Kamara on the release. Can't get a good release. Again. And then just the spin. The absolute destroyed. Same right tackle having a rough series here. Comes in. Gets spin moved. There's nothing, it's tough to say that there's anything you can do from the quarterback standpoint other than feel that guy coming. But even then, your eyes are so locked in, he's going to get his ride on and get right out of there. So that's a rough play, rough set of series for the Saints on all sorts of different levels. Again, watch the right tackle come in. They run a little ET. They don't switch it off. He ends up getting out of position, spun on. And that's what happens. You put pressure on the quarterback, good things happen on the back end, even though rarely do you catch it when you're sitting with your bottom on the ground. But again, great job by them putting pressure on him, disrupting him. I really thought that what they were doing to Kamara coming out the backfield really impacted what they were able to do comfort-wise, timing-wise this entire series. So when they got to it, I don't remember through the course of the game. I do remember Kamara coming out, catching a beautiful ball early in the first series, like the 2nd, 3rd down in the game. That really gave them a tempo. They found a way to adjust and not let it happen. Again, and here's Goff just putting them on their back here with both these little nakeds that he comes out. This is really impressive. All right, here's the first snap for the Rams. They come out, do a little naked to the right. This is just a great job. Quick tempo. They do a great job. Talked about it many times on this channel about what they like to do. Tight formations cause all sorts of, weird looks on the back end. You don't know exactly what you're going to get, but if you go fast and they're snapping on this on quick count, they come out, run a little naked to the left. Great job by Goff being able to get back, get depth, flip his hips enough to just shoot this thing off Mahomes-ish to the side. You got to know that you're going to have a free runner coming off the edge here, unblocked. And if he comes up the field, you got to be able to get it out. Your first read. Great job right here doing it to his left. This is just really tough to do. Throw a catchable ball. What I mean by that is not a rifle, not at his ankles. Give him a nice little job. He still makes a nice play. That's a big-time first down. That's how you win these type of games. You put your guys in a position to make plays like that. But play call wise, right out the gate, just beautiful job quarterback wise, flipping his hips, throwing a catchable ball, really athletic play. That's just a huge play, and he makes 2 of them on this series. So they come back. Next set, they're going to come back, try to run the ball a little bit. But again, tight formations, quick counts. Come out, give him a chance to run the ball here. A little fake jet sweep, inside zone, ends up getting blown up. They're really fortunate here. Handle-wise, this is probably one of the few times you see this C.J. Anderson transaction come into play a little bit late in the season. Guys don't have the same amount of handoffs together, taking different angles than you expect, putting it on his hip almost just because he looks like he's going wide there. But nice job securing the ball, being able to save it, play another day. Now, 2nd and long. Same thing that happened. Pause this thing for a second. Same thing that happened for the Saints. 2nd and long. Now, the Saints threw an interception, had all sorts of issues with their pass pro. Difference here is the Rams come up, call a timeout. Don't like it for whatever the reason. They're going to make sure they're in something that they like, that's going to give them a chance. They understand the moment, how big this thing is. Not that the Saints didn't, but just a different way to manage the game. And that's the thing that came evident here. Game planning-wise, couldn't get away to get McNamara the ball, or Kamara down the field. I keep saying McNamara. Down the ball, scheme-wise for the Saints. Got rushed, 2nd and long, got popped, got pressure in his face. Rams come out, different strategy. Don't like what they're in, don't like what they see, almost have a fumble on 1st down, call timeout, get a second, regroup, get into something that they really, really like. And what they really, really like right now is play action, tight formations, rely on Goff to make good decisions outside the pocket, get the ball out of his hands quick. It's a great pressure call, too, if you know you're going to get heated up. If you get close in these not red zone, but field goal situations right here, this is where you heat them up because you can knock them out of field goal range. Goff just makes a ridiculous play. Again, that's just great athletic play from the quarterback position, being able to do this fake little naked, come out, and really just the thing about the coaching point for this quarterback-wise, when you come out with these little nakeds, is to come out, fake, and get enough depth at the speed where you're under control enough to where you can throw this thing out into the flat. So it's different for everyone, but you cannot round these things off. That's what you see young guys doing all the time. You want to come out and get depth. Now, he doesn't know here that the defensive end is going to come free because we missed the block at tight end on the point, which is unacceptable. But again, he's able to, because he's so comfortable with it, and you know he's comfortable with it because McVay now has called it twice, first play of the series, the most important series in the franchise for a long time. They call that naked play. Come back again, most important play in a long time, call a naked the other way. And he's able to make both those plays. And that's just putting the team on your back, doing a great job of being athletic. That's a straight-up ridiculous play. He's not even ready to throw that ball, and he's able to get it out of his hands, give his guy a chance, be accurate enough to come up and give their team a chance to win the game. Now, 3rd and long, play call-wise again. They come out again in this tight squeeze fit play, or tight splits play, and they're able to, 3rd and 7, you got to be careful. You know you're going to get heated up, pressure. They're trying to knock you out of field goal range. You want to come up, be really careful with the ball, get the ball out of your hands quick. Now, I will say, I'm going to pause this. This is a little quick screen to the top. Little quick screen where he's going to block the MDM. He's going to take one step, a little maybe zone fake, get it out of your hands, put it right on him really quick. Now, this look defensively scares the hell out of me. Normally, this is a great opportunity for one of these guys to just take a chance. You see it every once in a while in college now. The way that you get around these quick screens is for these guys to play together, say you take it, and they just beeline and pick this thing. So I would have been really nervous with both these two guys basically playing gunner right here, but they do a nice enough job. They don't even have to complete it. Doesn't matter at the moment. But again, that's a look that's really, really frightens me if you're playing quarterback, calling plays. But again, he got enough depth where it wasn't a factor. Didn't matter. Incomplete pass. Goff did enough. McVay did enough play calling. Offensive line did enough protecting him, making plays on the perimeter to send them to the Super Bowl against the Saints. Here it is again. Here's that spin off on the right tackle, interception from Breeze. But again, they did just enough. You think about exactly what happened. It was scheme, what they were doing defensively on Kamara to not let him out of the backfield, batted ball. You know what, their play design, Sue making a great play, Donald making a TFL, hustle plays, effort plays on defense. And then on offense, they relied on Goff to come out and make some plays out of play action, tight formations, what they've done all year. Now, it hasn't been necessarily nakeds. They take chunks down the field, but scheming them up, play design, they knew exactly what was coming, pressure built in, beating pressure with really athletic plays from the quarterback position. All great stuff. So skip ahead to the game winner right here. Unbelievable job. Really hats off to the Rams, what they did scheme-wise here in overtime. Didn't go the Saints' way for a few, obviously, different reasons. Can't get into the no call. It was just ridiculous. Did a video on yesterday. But again, that's how you get to the Super Bowl. You make plays on defense. You scheme them up. You give your guys a chance. Some of your guys, your stars, make plays. And then on offense, you come out, play design. Guys make plays. Quarterback protects the ball. Great job. Go to the Super Bowl. Well done. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know what you thought about the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you really love this stuff, get over to the Patreon community. Sign up for Patreon. I'll hit you with a couple free koozies for the QB school. Good stuff. Having fun doing this stuff. Let me know what you think. Have a good one. Thank you for watching.